Hello everyone, it is Christine here and I'm back for one of my daily shares in the lead up to Christmas where I'm sharing Christmas crafts, a little bit of cooking as well as some lovely things arriving in the mail. And today is one of those lovely mail days and I have received a surprise package from the gorgeous Anna at Silk and Stitch. Now you might remember earlier this year I purchased a range of remnant or offcut packs from Silk and Stitch. And Silk and Stitch is an organisation that is trying to make the Australian fashion industry more sustainable and environmentally conscious, which is right up my alley, as those of you who've been watching for a while will know. And so rather than, I guess, buying things new that have to then be flown across the world for you, Silk and Stitch is getting things at the end of the sort of line for the fashion industry and getting end of line fabrics and getting offcuts from bridal dress makers. And so they stock an incredible selection of laces, beaded fabrics, embellishments, gorgeous silks, so many things. So Silk and Stitch, particularly if you are in Australia. And I just ordered a selection of their different remnant or scrap packs or offcut packs, I think they're actually called, and they were absolutely incredible. And I'll share a link to the video where I shared that original purchase. Now the lovely Anna reached out to me just I think about a week ago or so and just said, I'd like to send you something to thank you for sharing the word about it and getting the word out to folks. And I was just expecting her maybe to just pop in a little lace embellishment or something, but I got a whole box in the mail and I've just taken it out of the box and we'll be having a look at it together. And there's a lovely note from Anna that says, thank you so much for your support of Silk and Stitch. Your sharing of our fabrics helped inspire so many sewers and we are truly appreciative. We hope you enjoy this gift and have a wonderful Christmas. So that's incredibly sweet. And I just noticed it's got something written on the tissue paper, embellishment treasure trove. So if you've been watching the last few days, I shared this beautiful ceramic bauble that I decorated with one of Silk and Stitch's embellishment offcuts. And it has just turned out so beautifully. I actually had it hanging down on the tree, but I went and retrieved it for the purpose of this video. But let's get stuck in and have a look. It is like opening up a treasure trove for sure. Feels very heavy. Oh my goodness. Wow. Look at that. I feel like I want to make myself a beautiful little choker or something for Christmas and go truly glamorous, or a hairpiece like they would have worn in the amazing when you watch what are those sort of those period style shows and things. I feel like I want to get very glamorous for Christmas. It almost reminds me of some wings or something. I feel like you could make an angel dress out of it or something and then have this as the little wings at the side. I hope you're getting all the glittery, which it looks like through the camera you are, but that is just incredible. So it's on a mesh background. My goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at it. And the sequins. So much work in these is just amazing. I feel spoilt already, and I've only opened one thing and I feel spoilt. That's all beading, Can you see that? Look at the glimmer and the shimmery. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Just thinking, could make the most glorious little cuff like that. Could be typing away, doing my work, and I'll feel so glamorous when I look down at my wrist. Isn't that beautiful? This one's got a little thread wrapped around it. My. Oh, wow. If If only I had the glamorous places to, to attach this to my clothing and wear it to, but I might just have to start glamming up for work. Isn't that gorgeous? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Feel a bit Michael Jackson-esque with this as on as a bit of a glove, one-handed glove. Wow, look at that. Look at that shimmer. Whoa. I'm going to keep this tissue paper. I've actually got another craft idea involving tissue paper, so we might be seeing that come out sooner rather than later. Oh my goodness. Anna, you have well truly spoiled me. I should have put this under the Christmas tree, but I probably would never have got to preparing for the relatives to come round, because I would have just sat on the floor looking at this all Christmas morning. Have a look at that. Have you seen something so beautiful now? Let's take a... This one combines amazing. It's like they've used a... I've seen necklaces that kind of look like that. It looks like, is it couched down, or are they actual little pieces that are like that? But it looks like each... Oh no, I think they have little beads, but they are almost like... I've seen necklaces, gold necklaces that kind of have that look. And look at these. These have got little... I don't know if you can properly see, but it's fascinating. I'm going to have a look at how these pieces have been put in. These ones look like they're woven in a basket weave formation. Look at them. That is fascinating. And then there's this tiny little, like little joined up seed stitches making this little filigree pattern here, little sequins, obviously all these lovely gems. But I just find these little pieces fascinating because I don't think they're... I think they're they're individually sewn on little sections. Look at that. Again, look at that. Look at that beauty. That is... I'm going to have to work out something that will truly celebrate the beauty of these pieces, because I can't cut into these pieces. These pieces have to go whole. Some of these are going to have to go onto my treasure hunt blanket piece that I'm making for Roxy's Journal of Stitchery, because they're just too beautiful not to honour. You'll be sick of me exclaiming with a big by the end of this, but I can't help it. Look at that. Oh my goodness gracious me. Look at that. Wowza. Wowza, wowza, wowza. Oh my goodness. Look. Look. Oh. Look how they've used these little beads just in this little meandering design. And then the beads to make the petals all strung across and layered atop each other. Like there's actually there's a row of beads underneath, and then they've layered little strung up beads across. Interesting. I've spent lots of time studying these pieces. Oh, I've got a little free gem. I always save these little free gems. I'm going to grab my little lid and pop them in. They were some of the things I used to then fill in this piece, like just some little sections of gems. Oh, okay, we have to start at this end. So beautiful pearly beads, as well as the gems, as well as little mini white beads. And then we've got lovely soft, it's incredibly soft stitches running across like an overlaid satin stitch, but it's almost like it's a lot more dimensional. They're sitting sort of looser atop each other. And then these little beads are held in a little 3-prong clasp, and they're faceted beads. So, oh my goodness. This one's this must be maybe a belt, like a piece that would go around the waist of a piece. I guess, or maybe around the top. But it is just stunning, stunning. Oops, we're caught up on something. Sometimes the little beads will catch on little, there we go. Wow, wow, wow. Look at that, and it's on a fine mesh. You might, when you're looking at it, think, oh, you're looking straight through, but there's a fine mesh underneath that the beads have been placed on. Isn't that exquisite? This one, potentially I could use sections of it, but it's so perfect. I'm going to struggle cutting into these perfect pieces. Sometimes I do well when I've just got a scrappy piece, because I'll actually yeah, have the guts to cut in. But certainly, I mean, you could have a section of it. You could take that section and you could use use these sections as well. But I'm just going to have to admire them for a bit before I even think about taking scissors to them. My goodness, Anna, you have absolutely spoiled me. I would have been thrilled with one piece. Like, honestly, I would have just been like, oh no, it's so sweet. But this is just blowing my mind. Mind blown. Oh wow. Can't even fit it all on screen. So this is on a tulle. So heavy as well. Like, you'd look at this on camera and think, oh, maybe it's a light piece, but it's heavy, it's weighty. And how fabulous are these? Wow. So these are fabulous for cutting out individual elements, and I've used some of the beautiful purpley grey coloured beaded piece that I got in some of my stitcheries. I used it in my stitchery swap square for Corinne. I've sent some to my lovely friendly Anne. But yeah, you can cut out the elements and add them to your stitchery. Isn't that beautiful? My goodness, look at that. So if you are in Australia, if you haven't looked at Silk and Stitch, if you want some delicious things to play with in your stitchery, yeah, I'd say definitely have a look. These are all different designs than what I got in my remnant pack. They are simply incredible. Even just this piece here, which almost looks like a chain stitch but done with beads. How cool's that? It is. I might have to add this little piece to my little dictionary of stitches where I've got my chain stitch, and we might have to add a bit of that onto the page. It just keeps going. It is definitely a treasure trove, Anna. You were right when you wrote that tiny little note on the front. My goodness. Oops, another little bead. I'm going to save that one too. Save all the beads. And I also use little beads on my little snowdrop icicle hangers, my little snowflake hangers as well. I was thinking, where else did I use them just recently? And isn't this exquisite? Look at that shimmer. Might have to run it over my hand again. It just makes a good way to be able to show you. Just the detailing. Have a look at this. It's got the finest metallic threads to create almost like a little peacock tail effect. And then gorgeous satin stitching in metallic thread. We all know how hard metallic thread is to work with, so I'm sure those of you that stitch can appreciate that. And even just taking bits of this, like these little swirls, and using those. Wow. This one's huge as well. So long. Reminds me almost of nautical. It's kind of got the feel of like fins and tails and maybe even feathers and birds. I could look at using something like that. Something like that would be an amazing wing or a tail for a dragon. Maybe some beaded dragons. I got a great book that I shared in one of my Library Friday videos with medieval illuminated manuscript inspired letters. So maybe some of these could even be incorporated in. Look at that. That's almost like a little, oh, they're sequins, but they're sequins sitting on their sides, so it gives them quite a textured sort of feel to them. It'll be really interesting to just look at all the different techniques embedded in them, but just look at the stitching just to appreciate how much has gone into it, and you literally have to feel it to just know the amount of beading. My goodness. Isn't that just exquisite? Wow. And it goes on, folks. It goes on. Oh my. Have a look at that. More beading where it's little rows that have then been sewn next to each other to create this beautiful beaded, a little shell shape, teardrop shape. Beautiful swirls. And then there's these lovely long sort of rectangular beads with other beads coming through them. In fact, I think I had one of these little sequins that I used on my little icicles, and I just recognise it from my random sequins from the earlier lot of fabrics. Right down to the end here. Just gorgeous. Look at that. Wouldn't that be lovely to just incorporate into a piece? So beautiful. Wowza. Look at that. Amazing. And it goes on. Lace treasure trove. Oops, we've got the little bead. I'm saving that one too. Always save the beads. Okay, we'll start from the bottom perhaps. I'll just put these over. Oops, I've just knocked my beads over as I want to do. I shouldn't leave it sitting on top of her. There's my beads. Let's save them again. Okay, let's start from the top. Oh, isn't this lovely? So it's got beautiful, let me just get a single layer of it so you can get a full appreciation of it. And again, just being able to cut out little elements or taking a length of it or a little section of it and just using it in your stitchery. I've been using lots of laces in my stitchery swap squares and in my other pieces, so you've just got lovely elements that you can cut out, and it's just a perfect amount that you get in the little remnant boxes. It's a generous amount for slow stitch. You often only need a little bit, but you'll have plenty to use and to share potentially with your stitchy friends. Beautiful lace, look at that. Love the ones with flowers because they're just so beautiful to take out and use. To just cut around little sections of them. Look at that. I'm going to have a lovely time with that for sure. Just see if I can fold it over. It's been such a warm day in Melbourne again. I've just turned the air conditioning off, but I think I'll have to get it on soon because I'm getting warm. Look at this. This one's got beautiful like little piped edges on the stitching. Just lovely elements that you can cut out and use. Even these little, like a little swirl like that, you can just cut around and use that. Generally with these laces they'll hold pretty well if you just take little sections of them, and you can always put a few little stitches at the end just to hold them in place. Oops, I think I just flicked a little bead off. I'll save that one too. Isn't this lovely? So again, just love these little offcuts, even something at the side that's going to be perfect to add to a little stitchery. And these ones I can definitely just take little sections of them And they've got the beautiful, I'm not sure what this type of lace is called, where you have a little section almost like a ribbon inlaid on it, and then the beads. But that's going to be lovely to dismember and use in my stitchery. So you've got a little bit on the end. This is a big piece here. Oh, wow. Wowza. Look at that. Almost like a heart. And the great thing is I found these laces pick up, if you want to give them a little light tea dyeing to make them look more vintage, if you're doing a sort of an off-white piece, yeah, they pick up the colour beautifully. And sometimes in a really interesting way on a piece like this, which has the tulle, it will just be the design that picks up that, yeah, that more intense colour. I think I might also be getting some Inktense pencils for Christmas, or pigments, so I'm looking forward to trying those with some laces as well. But this will be just fabulous to be able to take little sections off. It's going to be wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And it keeps going. We're almost there though. I think this is the last, yeah, this is the last piece of the laces, but then I'll lay our beaded pieces back down for your viewing pleasure. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? I love that little motif in there. Isn't that like a little spider's web? How interesting. And then look at the pattern in this one. This is going to be fun to, yeah, enjoy all the different little shapes. And as I say, even just a little edging piece like that is lovely to just add on to the side of your stitchery. So that will be fabulous. So just to recap, because I just want to lay them all out again and just look at the beauty again of the beading. This one's so big. And then I won't forget my little button advent calendar with my Nana's vintage buttons. I will show you at the end our button for today. I'm actually filming each of these videos the day prior, so it's actually the button for tomorrow. But when you'll be watching it, it will be the day in Australia, although for some of you overseas, it will still be the day prior. So we live in a funny world of funny times, don't we? This is like a treasure chest. It is absolutely a treasure trove for sure. I feel absolutely spoiled. Look. My goodness gracious me is all I can say. Thank you so very much, Anna. That is just absolutely the most generous, most lovely, most thoughtful gift for a slow stitcher. I was hoping to be able to jump on your side and order some more in the new year. I think I still will have to. I just have to tell my partner it's just for research purposes. But you've given me such a bounty of deliciousness here. That's amazing, amazing, amazing. And so we'll just take a quick look at Nana's advent calendar with Nana's buttons, which I'm the advent calendar I made last year as part of Roxy's Journal of Stitchery. So yesterday we had this gorgeous, gorgeous little glass button, which goes beautifully with all these treasures on here. And then we'll open up the day 14 button and take a look at it. So this one is another one that I can't quite tell what it's meant to be, but I think it's meant to be a fish, because it's got a little head there that then comes around with what looks like a little tail, and it's a cream coloured button. It's got the sort of reverse imprint design on it, but there it is. I think it's meant to be a fish. I think so. So there you go. That is our advent calendar so far with the little buttons, and we'll be back tomorrow for number 15 and probably for some more Christmas crafting. But I couldn't resist opening this today, and thank you so much for sharing in my Christmas joy. And I do hope you will check out Silk and Stitch. Hopefully if you're overseas you might have a similar company that does that, but if you're in Australia, check out silkandstitch.com.au, and I'm sure the lovely Anna would be loving to send out some remnant packs or other goodies your way. Thanks everyone. Bye.